Now, I often have features about what's happening at the libraries, both here on The Fringe, and also Ollie and I have spoken to many people from Waterford Library Services on the Big Breakfast Blah as well. Loads happening. Cruinniú is a national initiative which is coming up on the 15th of June. It took place last year to much success around the country, and Waterford very, very involved. Tracy McEneaney from Waterford Library Services joins me. Good to see you again, Tracy. How are you?
Great, Mary. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad at all, thanks. Now, we'll start with the most basic question. What exactly is Cruinniú?
Cruinniú is a day of creativity for children and young people under the age of 18. It takes place on Saturday the 15th of June and it's funded by Creative Ireland, and all events are free.
Okay, so it's kind of a multi-purpose day where many kind of different strands of arts and creativity are celebrated?
Music, circus workshops, craft, collage. It's Waterford City. Yes, there's events in Waterford libraries, but the arts community have flung open their doors and want you to come in and visit them on the 15th of June.
Okay, now last year's event nationally was a big success. There were many, many events.
500 free events for children nationally. And of course, Waterford put on a full day of Cruinniú events. This year in Waterford Libraries, we're having the events on the 15th of June, but also we wanted to pack in as many Cruinniú events as we possibly could. So we're having, some of our libraries aren't open on a Saturday, so we're having some of the events on the previous week.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about what's coming up right across the city and county. And in case people don't know, there are 12 branches of the library in Waterford City and County. And like you said, there are other venues celebrating this day as well.
There's 12 branches across Waterford City and County, and every library is having a Cruinniú event. Now, all library events, you can go on to waterfordlibraries.ie or our Facebook page as well. But if you want to see what's happening nationally and in Waterford, go on to Cruinniú. Now, Cruinniú is spelled Cruinniu.creativeireland.gov.ie. Now, the hashtags are MyCruinniú and Cruinniú2Create. Now, I'm going to jump into it fairly fast here.
Yeah, go through it all for me, absolutely.
Right. Arkeen Library, they have a Joe Brennan, and that's on the Saturday the 15th. Now, this is Let's Build a Story. Now, this is aimed at 8 to 12-year-olds. Now, there's only 20 spaces in this workshop. Now, a lot of the workshops for Cruinniú only have a limited amount of space. So any events I'm talking about today, please book them to avoid disappointment.
Right.
Now, Joe's workshop, he's going to start with his own stories. Then he's going to guide the children to make a storyboard, and then they're going to write a story on that, based on that storyboard. Now, Joe, this is our first time he's done an event in Waterford. He was down in Cape Clear, was the headlining act in Cape Clear last year, and he's actually gone to many festivals across the world to perform. So he's a full-time storyteller. Okay. So this is pretty brilliant. Waterford Central Library. Now, this is a great day. If you love music, this is for you. This is the Waterford Music Generation Waterford are having 3 workshops, right? And they have only 15 places available. And again, please book these. They're only about 45 minutes long, all these workshops. Now, the first workshop, it's aimed at 5 to 7-year-olds. Now, this is singing and movement with Fiona Flavin. Now, you can expect games and you know, fun, excitement, just to get the children moving and get involved in the workshop. Then they have another workshop. Now, this is at 2:15. Now, this is the ukulele hoolie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bit of crack.
It is. Yeah, now, this is for people who have no experience of ukulele. So you don't even have to bring a ukulele. You just have to turn up yourself. They'll provide you with the ukulele.
And have a hoolie.
And have a hoolie, absolutely. Okay. Then you have another workshop. This is for teens. Now, this is the Pop-Up Ukulele Orchestra. Now, this is at 3 p.m. Now, it's for teens only, and they do need to have experience for this. Now,
right.
if you don't have ukulele on the day and you're just passing by, pop in. And they can provide you with the ukulele. Now, you know the ukulele is the coolest instrument in the world, don't you?
Yeah. Ollie learned it actually on the Big Breakfast Blah before Christmas. We teamed up with the Waterford Academy of Music and Arts, and then we had kind of a big play-off there just before we broke for the Christmas. But loads of people are getting into it, and it's quite easy to learn, I understand, as far as instruments go.
Well, I was talking to Anya, and she is part of the Waterford adult ukulele players, right? And they are going to perform up for the President of Ireland on the garden party this Saturday on the 8th of June.
Great stuff.
So that's pretty amazing. So if you can learn the ukulele, you could be performing for the President the next thing, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Then in Dungarvan, you have an event. Now, this is for 13 years and over, so it's for the teens. This is a full day event, and this is a collage workshop, and it's answering the questions, who I am, identity as collage. And this gets the teens to, cut, paste, using printed text, drawings, digital images, and, to put their collages all together, and they will exhibit the final, their final works. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you very much. Now, of course, as we said, 12 libraries across Waterford. You have an event in every library. You've got Gymboree in 4 libraries. In Browns Road in Lismore, you've got a sensory workshop. You've got a writing workshop with Dervla Drummond in Port Law. You've got Circles Within Circles. This is an exhibition in Tramore, and this is a culmination of 6 weeks' work for the creative workshops that they were having there. So it'll be very interesting to see what they have on display. And then in Carrickfearish, you have A Very Hungry Caterpillar. This is Stories and Crafts, and this is on the 11th of June. Remember, as I mentioned, some of the events don't take place on the 15th of June. They're the previous week. Now, again, all these events are happening in Waterford Libraries, but Cruinniú events are literally happening everywhere. You've got Central Arts, you've got South East Makerspace, you've got the Road Gallery, you've got the Garter Lane, you've got the Theatre Royal, and they are all throwing open the doors to young people and everybody on that day, and getting people to come in and see what they do. Now, the Goma Gallery is very interesting. There's a workshop with Anne McDowell, and she is making a print workshop, and you'll actually leave with a printed work, so that'll be lovely.
And the ones where, non-library venues are opening their doors, are they all on the 15th?
All on the 15th, okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good question. And then the South East Makerspace. Now, this is a really interesting one. This is Make a Buzz workshops, and this is an electronic workshop for 10 to 12-year-olds, right? And they're going to learn the science behind the powering, the wiring, the basic electronic components of putting in, and they're going to make a buzz wire game, and they'll leave with that as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah. The Road Gallery, again, this is called The Elephants Outside the Room. This is collage. They're going to make a big elephant sculpture. And Central Arts. Now, Central Arts are brilliant. They're really involved in Cruinniú, and they have got African drumming workshops, and this takes place, there's 7 to 12-year-olds, and then there's a drawing workshop for teens. They've also got the African ballet workshop, and this is for 10-year-olds, and that's on at 3 to 5, again on the 15th. Now, the Waterford Youth Arts, they have a lovely night in the Garter Lane. Now, again, you have to make sure you book this. There's tickets available, and it's a night of sorcery and magic, and it's aimed at young people. Now, it starts at 8 o'clock, and it's going to involve drama, dance, circus, creative writing and visual arts, but it's a free event, but you need to get your tickets. Now, the Summer in the City, of course, we were talking, the Summer in the City has actually just started, and Cruinniú and Summer in the City have joined up together, and they're going to create a city of music, and this takes place between 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock on the 15th. Now, you've got music in John Roberts Square, Bailey's New Street, Apple Market, Cultural Quarter, and expect brass bands, indie, pop, trad, you name it, we've got it.
Okay.
And but there's just, giant colouring workshops in John Roberts Square between 12 and 5. You've got Street Theatre in John Roberts Square. You've got the Cruinniú Crafts, that's open air craft workshops. You've got Cruinniú Talks in the Theatre Royal. This will be very interesting now. It's got, expect actors, bloggers, vloggers and music promoters. Now, that's on between 1 to 5 in the Theatre Royal. Now, again, for all these Cruinniú events, go on to cruinniu.creativeireland.gov.ie, and again, the hashtags are MyCruinniú and Cruinniú2Create. There's just so much happening on the 15th of June. So make sure, as I said to someone, borrow a child. If you've never visited these venues, like the Road Gallery, like the Goma Gallery, and maybe you maybe feel, I don't know, people like to nearly hide behind their children sometimes. Sure. So now is your excuse. Bring your child in and explore what they have to offer.
The crucial thing is to book, though. Now, you mentioned the Cruinniú website, but for stuff happening in Waterford, can you also book through the library's website?
You can book through the libraries. You just have to actually ring us up, their contact details. Now, the contact details are all on that Cruinniú website.
Okay.
So all the details are there. But also you can go on to waterfordlibraries.ie. You can go on to our Facebook page and you'll see all the events there. But it's just to go out and explore what is happening in the city, because the city is really, really alive and buzzing. And
the county as well, of course.
Oh, the county as well, of course. And it's just that there's just so much going on. And of course, we love Waterford, and we love to promote what is going on.
Absolutely. And fair play to you for doing everything you do. Everything free?
Everything's free.
Great. Okay, it's Cruinniú Nóg. It is happening on the 15th and in days around it as well. And you might just give out that website one more time, Tracy, because it is a tricky website to remember.
It is. Now, it's Cruinniú. Cruinniú is CRUINNIU.creativeireland.gov.ie.
Okay, brilliant stuff. Tracy McEneaney of Waterford Libraries, thanks a million.